Okay, so you actually currently were telling me about an investigative piece that's happening right now.
Yes, a couple of weeks ago, a lady called me up, frantic. She said that she believed she had demonic activity in her house, that she was hearing weird voices and seeing shadows, and so I was listening for some key things. And when I heard enough, I told her that I knew an investigator who dealt a lot with negative cases, and I would put her in touch with him. So I hung up with her and I called him and said, I think we have something, and you can at least go out and kind of evaluate. And I said, give me a call when you get back. And so he called me the next day, and he said, "Oh boy," and he said it's a negative case, and they were in the infestation stage where they were just being barraged by a variety of negative, type, all of the type, the typical, knockings on the wall, voices out of nowhere, something we call cold spots, which is, if you're in a room, there should not be, a 40-degree differential on one side of the room and the other. And he said they were under attack. And at that point, I just told him, I said, well, do what you can. And he said, oh, no, I'm going to help him. And I just told him to kind of keep me apprised of where it is. And so it's kind of ongoing right now. And but because it's a traumatic case and it's dealing with a negative haunting, we obviously, don't reveal the identity of the victims. But it's going on right now.
Awesome. So so what sort of things is he actually doing to get rid of it?
Well, once once he determines that it is a negative spirit, he does something called religious provocation, where he may use something like holy water or some other blessed object to see if he can kind of provoke it into a confrontation, which is something I don't recommend to layman,
Right.
but he's used to it, and I mean, he told me, oh, this it followed me home, and but he's used to that kind of thing, and I'll give you an example of how these things work. He said that between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. there were like 300 phone calls going back and forth between his home and the home of the victims. And he said this was the thing doing that.
Really?
To just, to mess with them. Would make her phone ring and his phone ring and then her phone ring. Yeah, there were like over 300 calls going in that 2-hour period. And it was just one of those type of things, look what I can do. And and that's another one of those signs that it's a really negative case, because that's just not human spirits.
It's not playful, it's harassing.
Yeah, this is really, but he's used to it. And he said, well, this is just one of the, and he's almost shrugging, well, this is what they do, that kind of thing. But it's an ongoing case right now.